Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube and we are doing part 2 of Gormley. So overall we went through here. We have all of the powerful bosses that are unlocked. So all of the enemies are up, which means we have Sonja and we have, as you can see right here, Mezoth that we're going to be working on, guys, trying to hit the 5 billion damage. So let's go ahead and get into the formations. All right, so the first one we're going to set up is a pretty easy formation. So this is comprised of Scarlet and Grez, just like we've always seen, guys. They are two of the strongest heroes in AFK Arena. We have the twins and we have Palmer. So again, running the really kind of standard team with the awakened version of Solus. And looking at the relics that they're running in here, it is actually a combination of the Firebringer, the bow, and the healing branch. Now within this hero specifically, we have been seeing a lot of these. So you can see we have all of our relics right here. So it is running in this one, the Firebringer. Let me take off the ones that I have. So the healing branch, it is running the Fire Breather or the Firebringer and the Swift Bow. These are the combination of all three. And then the pet they're running in here is the Lizard Blade Ridge. That way we can maximize the damage with Scarlet. And again, I know this is a big RNG factor, but these are formations that have hit that 5 billion mark to really maximize the damage and maximize the treasure that we're getting out of here, the rewards that we're getting out of here. And again, we talked about this one a little bit yesterday. When it comes to Scarlet in formations, it has a lot of RNG. Now the RNG factor, the play on this one is with Grez and the minions, which Scarlet just killed Grez, but with Grez and the minions, Scarlet has the ability for a lot of the stray bolts, so her actually ultimate ability to hit Grez's minions in the back, which it looks like we're still doing quite a bit of damage until it just all falls apart. So again, this is going to take some RNG, and you'll also notice that right here, what did we hit? 3 point something. Highest damage is 3.9, but you'll also notice that it did reset. So we got all 5 of our resets, guys. So that's the first formation that we're going to look at when it comes to Sonja. Second formation we're going to run in here runs the awakened version of Belinda. So again, running Skrez in there, but this one does run the awakened version of Belinda. It runs the twins, it runs Palmer, and instead of Solus, it actually puts Mortis in this formation. So again, a little bit of change up when it comes to the formations in here. And then this is actually running the owl within here. So a little bit of a change of the beast, the beast in there overall. And then when it comes to relics, all right, so the heirlooms we're going to be using in here a little bit different. It is going to be using the healing branch. Then down here, we do have the war horn, and then it has the supporters. War flag is the third one that we're going to use. So we're going to take off the swift bow. We're going to put on the supporters war flag. Frontline heroes deal more damage, which of course we're running Belinda frontline. This is another formation, guys. 5 billion damage has been hit with this. And of course, this kind of takes the RNG factor out of running Scarlet. Scarlet, of course, again, with that big RNG factor. Hoping in here we can get Belinda to just maximize the damage within this formation, making a big difference. You can see we have buffs going up from Belinda. We have buffs on there for Mortis. A lot of heroes that are picking up buffs in this formation, but it looks like overall the damage is significantly lower in comparison to what Scarlet was doing in here. We have Belinda up to an E67 engraving. We have the signature item. We also do have the furniture on her. We have literally everything built out, but it also looks like Scarlet, again, was doing a little more damage, but Belinda is catching up, guys. And of course, with Belinda catching up, looks like we might be able to hit this number, guys, for the 5 billion on this one. And then I have, I believe, one more formation for this to utilize, which right there, guys, the twins literally just fell over, followed by Mortis just falling over. But 4.1, there we go, guys. We can't get these last targets down. A lot of players have also seen that this has taken a significant amount of time. They've used 5 or 10 attempts through multiple days to hit that mark, guys. Again, 4.5 billion here. I think that might be the highest new record right there, but still not at that 5 billion point at this time. And the last one we're going to look at, we're going to go ahead, drop in the challenge attempt. This is very similar to what we've seen last time. This runs Grez in here, and it does run Anasta. So if you have Anasta in here, it runs the same Mortis, it runs Palmer, it runs the twins. This one is utilizing the Winged Lion within here. And then the heirlooms do change a little bit in here again. This runs the dagger, the claw, and the swift bow. So we'll actually swap these out again. So the dagger, the claw, and then the final one down here is going to be the swift bow instead of that war flag. And again, this is the final formation for Sonja that we did see the 5 billion damage. 5 billion damage was hit with this. So again, it seems like you have to put up a lot of damage really fast. If you don't, she's going to kill you out with the enrage. And that's what I really think is happening, is we're not hitting that 5 billion mark fast enough that the enrage doesn't kind of ramp up with the abilities. Because it seems like when the enrage is very high, when she uses her skill, it just wipes the back row. We've seen it wipe the twins. We've seen it wipe Mortis out. But this team does some pretty steady damage in here, guys. Rez still bringing up all of these minions in the back. And once Mortis gets to the point of buffing everyone, you'll actually see Mortis start to buff the minions in the back. So we'll actually see some minions in the back, which, I mean, we're at 3 billion already. Continuing to climb here. Boom, there was a big hit, guys. Took down Mortis in that one. But I'm okay. If Mortis goes down, I'm definitely okay with that. Just because everyone is buffed. If we lose the twins, that loses our ability to amplify that haste aspect in there, which really, really hurts the damage in this formation, guys, if we don't keep them up. Still have 22 seconds left. We can get like one more ult off. Still gonna be shy, guys. And again, all three of these formations have hit that 5 billion mark. Just gonna take the little bit of RNG factor, and they're all landing about the same. Now, this is one thing that I've kind of noticed, is it seems like a lot of the formations are landing about the same when it comes to the damage. Let's go ahead and look at Mezoth. As you can see, I already hit the 5 billion mark. I'm going to show you the formations I used in here. All right, so the first formation that we're going to look at is, of course, the very traditional one in here. Now, this fight does have 2 battles. This is literally the last battle we just used, which was Anasta and Grez. Twins, Palmer, and Mortis in here. This is running Talisman because, remember, it is a Greyborn or a Hypogen hero. We'll look at the heirlooms in just a minute. But the second battle, I used Solus in here. We used Vathiel, and this is based on Scarlet. Again, Scarlet has a very big RNG factor. Rain is in here for the damage amplification. We have Rosaline in here to amplify the damage and the ultimate ability of Scarlet. Now, looking at the heirlooms, team number 1, Cloak, Dagger, Close-Up, Claw, followed by the Spurs of Rapidity, are the 3 that we used for our first team, which was Grez. The second team in here, you can see those are all locked. We're using the Resounding Crystal, the Silent Hope, and the Icebringer are the 3 that I utilized in here for both of these teams to maximize the damage we did on Mezoth. And again, this is the team. We hit 5 billion. It seemed like Mezoth was a little bit earlier or a little bit easier when it came to the damage. And you can see right here, guys, all of the heirlooms are actually stacking on Grez and Anasta because of that close-up claw. In the utilization of these, it takes a little bit to scale. Then, of course, Talisman, the ultimates just rolling in, casting, and taking off. Also in this one, remember, Anasta has a pretty good debuff when it comes to Mezoth, but the RNG factor with this one, and you can see Mezoth, the ultimate ability, the crowd control, popping up right here in the back with the twins and with Mortis, making it pretty interesting back here. So in these battles, guys, if you don't have the twins, it's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. You've seen boss fights, combinations. Every single formation that we've ran in here has run the twins within the formation. If you don't have Palmer, putting in Halos, putting in Joan of Arc, putting in a couple of other buffer heroes. I know a lot of players using Estrelda in this formation. And the same, Mortis is one that you don't have to have built, which is really good because not a super, super high investment in there when it comes to Mortis, but plus 20 signature item, really where you want to get him, which means taking him up to Mythic. If you don't have him built as high, he will have a very difficult time when it comes to survivability. And even there, guys, we're almost 2.5 billion on this first formation. Then we get into the Scarlet formation, which again is very RNG. It has a lot of heavy RNG aspect with the ultimate abilities. And we know, guys, Scarlet can burst. Look at that. We're not even 20 seconds in. She's already at 1 billion plus damage, which is the reason why we love Scarlet, guys. The burst damage that she does. I know it is RNG damage, but again, the burst damage she does in here is just broken when it comes to how much damage she puts out. Even there, we're over 2 billion already. And as soon as she ults, you'll literally just see this number climb 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, moving up to 2.5, and so on and so forth. Coupled with Rosaline in there, coupled with Solus, keeping the target up. So if there is a stray bolt, chances are it's not going to kill the target in the entirety because we already have Solus healing them. But right there, almost 3 billion damage. Gives us a new record, 5.429, guys, to really maximize the rewards that we have on Mezoth. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Big shout out to Ben for sharing some of those formations with us. Again, trying to really crowdsource it with Reddit and Discord, as well as players that have sent me comps, helping out, trying to hit the top of the leaderboards in here. Leaderboards in here really don't make a difference, but you do want to cap out on those rewards. If you look, there's versions with Thane in here, again, using those close-up relics with Grez, and this is running on Tundra with Honesta. So there are a lot of variations in here that can actually get these done, even running Saurus in here. We have Vathiel in here. There are, again, a lot of different variations that players have run, depending on who you have built. But again, like I asked last time, guys, put some of your formations down below that you have gotten to work for both Mezoth and for Sonja, so we can kind of share them. I am going to continue trying to hit this 5 billion, guys. When I hit this 5 billion, that will do it for this boss, and she will be completely done. We'll have all of the rewards out of here. In addition, with it being the last day, that is it, guys. All of the treasure has been collected. All of the chests have been collected at this point. So if you missed any, go back and grab them, as well as all of the hidden recipes and all of the rewards out of here have been completed at this point. I think I have one left, which is right there for 10 more bait. So I have a chance to get 20 more bait for this event, but that is it in its entirety. And I believe there is still, what, 7 days, almost 8 days left in this one to get and finish this out. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.